I've been watching ironic TikTok compilations for about 3 days now, so my brain is pretty much the same level of like battery acid as this Red Bull I'm drinking right now. Attention gamers! I'm back! What's up? I've resurrected myself from the dead. I freaking missed you guys. Hi. I've been very sick. Oh my freaking god, already? Hi Chungus. Hi Big Chungus. Big Chungus. I'm gonna start by just opening up my good sister in trend mood and chatting about some new releases. I need to do something easy that doesn't require a ton of planning because my immune system is still compromised and I gotta go a little easy on myself. But she's so thick, like look at her. Look at this voluptuous queen. Look at her little face. The first thing I want to talk about is this new Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector for the Lunar New Year. It's got a little pig on it, and honestly, lads, I endorse this. I love this little guy, this little piggly wiggly here in this highlighter, minding his business, prancing with a little flower on him. I support him. I think this is adorable. Probably not going to purchase it because I've never been wildly interested in the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors. I find them to be unnecessarily expensive. I know everybody loves them. And I have no qualms with Becca as a brand. But you know, I'm not looking to expand my highlighter collection right now. Also, I am reinstating my no-buy. I was on a replacement-only no-buy from about October 20th until Christmas, and then I let it lapse after Christmas so I could ball out with my Sephora gift card money. But because my birthday is in March, I should probably, you know, like let it up a little bit so I can like truly ball out on my birthday. So Tarte is adding to the Shape Tape family with a moisture reset cream for $35, a pressed powder for $32, a pore and prime balm, a base tape hydrating primer. So they're adding all of this to the Shape Tape family before the shades of the foundation that have literally been overdue for a calendar year at this point. Tarte, I really have to wonder what on God's green earth goes on in Tarte's boardrooms. Okay, ladies, settle down, we'll begin. First of all, I want to thank you all for coming. I know company yoga ran a little long this morning. I hope we've all had our kombucha and we're ready to start. Ladies, I'm not gonna mince words here. Tarte's had a rough year, okay? You know what, I'm just gonna come out and say it. 2018 was nothing short of an epic fail for our brand. What I'm really looking for is fresh ideas to bring Tarte up into 2019, all happy and shiny and bright and white. I mean, light. So anybody have any ideas? Just, you know, popcorn them out, you know? Not real popcorn, obviously, I mean skinny pop. Oh, Barbara. I think I've got an idea. Yes, Barbara? Well, we got a lot of success off the whole Amazonian clay thing, so what if in 2019 we continue to harp on an equally diminishing natural resource like fresh water or human empathy? Okay. Do we have any other ideas? Oh, I've got one. Oh yes, Barbara S. in the back. What's your idea? Okay, so you guys know how Benefit had that really successful They're Real mascara? So they named an eyeliner after it to trick people into buying it because if they loved the mascara, why wouldn't they like the eyeliner? Even though that doesn't make any sense because what would an eyeliner's performance have anything to do with a mascara's performance? And now how they're doing the exact same thing with the roller lash and roller eyeliner? Barbara S. Of course I know about that. I'm a suburban mom, okay? I only know about 4 brands. Benefit, Tarte, Clinique, and Bare Minerals. Well, obviously for Tarte, Shape Tape is a bit of a big name, right? So what if we took that name, you know, that same name of the foundation that pretty much torpedoed our entire brand awareness last year, and made 4 different products bearing the same name to trick people into buying it? Barbara S. That idea is the Taylor Swift of ideas. Barbara P. That's the nicest thing that anyone has ever said about anything I've ever said. I imagine that's how it went. Never mind, I'm not taking this off. Bonjour guys, it's me, Barbara, or should I say Barbara. I just got back from my semester abroad in France. It was super exciting. Hello, my name is Nastya. It is time to continue with the video. The next product I would like to talk about is the Crime Venus XL2 palette. Now, I have qualms about Lime Crime, but I can still judge this palette on an aesthetic level, and it reminds me of every grandmother's bathroom. These pastel greens and these pastel pinks. If anybody could have, like, snapped off with some like really interesting color ranges of greens, it could have been Lime Crime with this. And obviously there's a bit of like a pastel, gentle, kind of like soft theme to it, especially because the outer packaging has such like bright saturated colors with these like deep saturated bright oranges, and my girl Venus's hair, I can relate, obviously. But it's like so bright and dimensional, and that's not really reflected in the palette itself, which I think is a bit of a miss. It's a pet peeve of mine when the outer packaging of palettes have colors that aren't in the palettes themselves. I'm moving my arms a lot because I have thumb cuffs. That's my tuppence on this. So this Morphe foundation, is the shade range wide compared to other ranges? Yes, it's a lot of interesting undertones for these darker shades. I'm seeing a lot of red and like really olive green. These look like if someone bought me this set of like acrylic paint, I'd be like, oh snap, I'm about to pop off with some nature paintings. I've heard that this stains, which is weird. I feel like you can get inexpensive foundations from a more reliable brand quality-wise. But also you should keep in mind, viewers, I know some of you are new, I don't know why, but welcome to the jungle. We've got fun again! All of my opinions on foundations come with literal no practical knowledge because I don't buy or wear liquid foundation. I very much extremely do not know what I'm talking about. This one on the end, that is extremely pumpkin spice. That looks like a really good butternut squash soup. If that was in a can, I would slurp that up. I don't know anybody whose skin looks like that. That's extremely Donald Trumpian, very much so. I can't totally write off Guerlain as a brand because I did purchase my mother a Guerlain lipstick about 7 years ago before I really knew about makeup, and now I wish it was my lipstick because I'm greedy. And every time I go over to her house, I go in the bathroom in the middle of the night and put it on like Buffalo Bill. Would you buy me a $35 lipstick? I'd buy me a $35 lipstick. Goodbye, horses! I have a very weird relationship with that lipstick. I've fawned over it for almost a decade. Oh my god. This Naked Reloaded palette? Girl, what? It's a bit ugly, no? Very makeup revolution, I would say. I saw somebody somewhere on the internet describe it as the sultry palette's ashier cousin. Oh, yup. Honestly, the pigmentation could be worse. Like, it's not the worst I've seen. It's very done. It's very done before. And like, I say this every time I bash a neutral palette. I don't dislike neutral palettes conceptually. I would never take neutral palettes away from you. I get it. I love neutrals. I love all types of palettes equally. Rainbow palettes, brights palettes, neutrals, you know? Oddly enough, I wish it had more dark browns. Actually, I don't think that's odd. I think that it's very cool toned, but doesn't quite go middle dark enough. We've got these like camel browns on the end, and this deep dark cool taupe in the center, and there's not really anything between them in the matte area. Sorry, urbane Discord, but like, Nori, thanks so much for playing. Oh my god, Jeffree Star's making a hairbrush. So Casey Holmes is collaborating with Physicians Formula on a butter highlighter and eyeshadow and blush and bronzer palette. And it has that goofy looking ass butter paradise perfume. I know I'm only bitter about because I hate the smell of the butter highlighters so much. They smell like, I don't know, margarine that's gone bad to me. I'm not a fan. I think the 4 shades chosen for this are quite interesting. I love those 2 middle reddish browns and then a green, just like freaking because. I think that's fun. But I am biased because I genuinely love green eyeshadow so much because I am such a wicked stan. Defying gravity, more like defying my expectations for what would be in this palette. I think my biggest gripe with this is this packaging looks awful. Anything that has like the little spaces for another product go in it is going to, one, always look a little bit unfinished if you take those products out of it. You're gonna look at it and feel like, oh, it needs something. And also it just reminds me of like children's gift sets. But let's talk about these shade names for a quick second, because you know that's important to me. One of the eyeshadows is called Tropic Like It's Hot. Like it's hot, Tropic Like It's Hot. That's so goofy. I love it so much. Oh, yuck. Gosh. This is something I really wanted to talk about. So Wet n Wild, or as I like to call them, Damp and Boisterous, is coming out with a new collection. It's very like 80s, it's like, I guess it's a post-workout collection, which I think is a stupid concept. But it's very much like 80s Barbie, and I'm so into this packaging. I'm not much of like a packaging person. As you may have seen from my videos, I disrespect the hell out of my makeup. I will cut things up, I will depot things, I will shred things, I'll do whatever I need to freaking do to make my makeup the most utilitarian for me and my personal hands and face as I need it to be. But I feel like I'd probably pick something up from this just because I enjoy it so much. I have such a soft spot for the 80s for no reason. I was born in whole ass 1994. So what, like why? I am noticing that it looks like there are glitter masks in this. Don't like that. Glam Glow, you ruined this for all of us. First you, then Too Faced. Now Moist and Untamed Beauty is jumping on the glitter mask train. I might buy one of what appears to be these little sprays down here. There's a cleansing oil, face and body cleansing wipes, facial cleansing balls. I literally cannot imagine what that means. Detox it and tone up mask. But mask with a Q-U-E on it, so you know it's serious skincare. That's why there's glitter in it. And To The Spritz Cooling Face and Body Mist. All right, I might get that, whatever. Like, nothing in this appeals to me from a product level. Genuinely, I just think the packaging is really endearing. It reminds me of my old Working Out Barbie cassette tape from my childhood. Move your hips this way, we can work out all day, smooth move. So I just dug like 4 weeks deeper into Trend Moodington's Instagram, and I found way more products from this Wet n Wild workout line. A foundation concealer powder. Oh, it's like a compact, I say. Lip balms, toner sticks, cool and moisture sticks, mattifying sticks, blotting papers, eyeshadow palette, and mascaras. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're targeting me specifically. Yeah, I'm definitely picking up one of these pieces of 80s nonsense 100%. When it comes to Wet n Wild and CVS, I have absolutely no self-control. If I'm in a CVS, it's because something's wrong in my life, and that's when I'm the most vulnerable. So I guess I just have to avoid going to my local CVS until my birthday, when my no-buy is over. So I guess no prescription for me. Cannot risk it. Calling all of my bones. Get ready to break. I don't know if you guys know what medication I'm on, but just know that if I don't take it, my bones will all break. They absolutely will shatter. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's a new launch from the bane of my existence, Fenty Beauty. Robin Rihanna Fenty is releasing loose powders and concealers, which is great. It's a huge range of concealers, and that's super swell. And she released those loose highlighters. I'm sorry. It's like when she, you know, collects the Greek gods together to have her board meetings for Fenty. She's like, so basically, I would like to figure out what way to personally torture Nisa Nisi Pisa the most. I'm not opposed to buying a loose powder from Robin. I feel like she could probably get it right. But the powder that I own is both a pressed powder and $5 from ColourPop, so why would I deviate from that? The concealer that I use once every 3 months or so is like $2.99 from LA Girl. And I have so many highlighters, including the Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule Kilowatt Duo from Fenty Beauty. So I have no need for anything that she makes, except one thing, except one. A darker shade of the gloss bomb. It's been 84 years. I feel like I should probably just stop trying at this point. I know she's never gonna give me what I want. So yeah, that's really great. Thanks to Rihanna. I do think that the Pro Filter Concealer having 50 shades is gonna be so great. I think that's phenomenal. I am surprised that she hasn't released a dewier formula of the Pro Filter foundation because it's quite mattifying, but I've also heard that the Pro Filter primer is quite moisturizing. So I feel like that for the people who have both, that alleviates some of the dryness of the matte foundation. But I think that this launch is a great idea. I love Rihanna so much. It's fine that she hates me. I love a lot of people who hate me. So in case you guys didn't know, the indie brand Makeup Monsters Cosmetics recently rebranded to Menagerie Cosmetics. And the reason I'm bringing them up is because while Makeup Monsters was rebranding, they discounted their liquid lipsticks, so I bought 4 of them, and I love 3 of them, and I despise 1. So they finally released their revamped line of liquid lipsticks, and I'm a little disappointed because it doesn't look like any of the shades that I bought carried over into the new line. I don't know if they're going to release more later, but as of right now, this is what they've got, and I have to say, this like center bit from that swampy green until that like brown nude orangey moment next to that one that looks like butternut squash soup, those are really cool. Those greens are awesome. Those like kind of dead looking purple taupes in the middle are really cool. That deep plum is beautiful, and those 2 browns in the end are really interesting. I quite like the formula of 3 of the 4 liquid lipsticks that I bought. One of them was a bit of an anomaly. I found them to be pretty comfortable, not super long wearing, but also like they're not gonna crumble immediately. But I don't like super long wearing liquid lipsticks because I don't like liquid lipsticks as a concept, so the closer one is to a bullet lipstick, the happier I am. As long as it doesn't make my lips feel like the Gobi Desert, I'm good. So I would definitely recommend their liquid lipsticks to you guys, and I hope that they bring back some of the classic shades, because if I ever pan Redwood and then can't buy it again, I'm gonna burn down a building. And that's just thesis. What am I ever talking about? Pull my whiskey up high, kiss the bartender twice, I'm a loser. Oh, I just thought of something. Oh my God. Beauty Bakerie has a highlighter palette that I think is stunning. The last thing I'm gonna talk about is the Cotton Candy Champagne Blush palette from Beauty Bakerie. I don't know when this came out, I don't think it's new, but I just discovered it and I think it's beautiful. I really like pink highlighters a lot. I'm wearing one right now. It is a repressed version of the Everglow highlighter from Ofra from their collaboration with nikkietutorials. I got sick of having to dab in the 3 different colors to get like the nice little rose gold highlight you get when you mix them. So I smashed it and I made it 1. The night is the night that 3 become 1. I really love it. I'm probably not going to buy this. Well, I'm obviously not going to buy it until after my no buy, but also not until I get rid of some of my highlighters, and at the very least some of my pink highlighters. So I might have to do some panning. But I definitely think that this is in my future. I think the packaging is cute. I love this range of colors. And because it's a black-owned brand, there's a pretty solid chance they're gonna look good on my melanated skin tone. And I'm also excited because I've wanted to try Beauty Bakerie for quite a while, but they haven't had a product that has really fascinated me or been something that I need in my life. And I think that this is adorable. And I'm probably definitely going to pick it up at some point. So there you have it, lads. My very first video of this bright and shiny new year, 2019, or as I've been calling it, 20-wine-teen, 20-sign-teen, 29-scene, and 20-buy-teen. I'm very excited to see what this year brings my channel, but above everything else, I'm gonna need you to do a quick favor for me. If you could go ahead and have an amazing day for me, that would be absolutely crabulous. And please consider scrabbling to my channel. And if you would like to interact with me betwixt uploads, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at nikkietutorials. And I also have a second channel called Extra nikkietutorials that I will link in the description, where I occasionally post music and covers. Thanks again for watching. Bye. Are we done? Are we done? Are we done? No, we're not done.